Team deathmatch. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, this is Team Left Match, and I finally finished my exam, so yay, I can go back to doing commentaries and uploading videos without having to, worrying about school and stuff. And well, summer has rolled around, and other than freedom, it also means that we're gonna have E3 2012. And in case you didn't know what that is, it's basically just where all these game developers come together and they're going to show off their upcoming games, and it's a huge exciting event. I'm not going to go obviously, but there are going to be some live streams hosted by I think Machinima and IGN, so watching them is pretty much going to be just as good as seeing as going to the entire event live. So there have been some pretty exciting games that have been announced lately, and for sure they're gonna get some gameplay footage shown at E3, and they're just gonna show how the gameplay is and all that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these trailers, because I know for sure that these games that are gonna come out are gonna be pretty kick-ass and stuff. And also, from what I can see at E3, I heard we're going to see a lot of upcoming RPGs and stuff. I can't put my finger on any of them, but I've read a lot that that 2012 is apparently going to be a year of the RPG or something, like how 2011 were like a lot of shooters. Because if you look at 2012 so far, there have been a lot of RPGs lately, like Diablo 3 or Mass Effect 3, and upcoming we have some games like Borderlands and stuff. There's going to be a Skyrim DLC. I think it's going to be like, I think the reason why we have all these RPGs is because these game developers want to pretty much cash off the success of, well, World of Warcraft or Skyrim or whatnot. So anyway, I'm just gonna say that these are the games I'm really excited to see a trailer in E3, and I know for a fact that it's gonna be a pretty exciting event. And well, the first game that I'm looking forward to see, well, the game that I want to see the most has to be Halo 4. It's gonna basically continue the story of Master Chief, who we haven't really had a chance to play as since Halo 3. I mean, I know there was Halo Anniversary, but come on, that's the same adventure we had with Master Chief like 11 years ago. And well, basically, all I want to just see is like footage from the campaign. We have basically seen no gameplay footage of the campaign. The only other than some announcements that 343 has made, and we have seen some multiplayer, but those are like rough 1-2 minute clips, and we haven't really seen much. So other than like a campaign trailer, I also want to see a pretty badass multiplayer round being played on the big screen and stuff like that. And I also want to see some elements of Forge in Halo 4. I want to see elements of custom games in Halo 4, like how customizable is there. And in Firefight, are they going to introduce new enemies and stuff? So yeah, as you can see, Halo 4 is pretty much going to be one of the biggest releases that E3 2012 will have to offer. Every Halo fan's hyped about it, because we've been waiting for this game for around like 5 years, and when I get Halo 4, pretty much it might be the only thing I'll be playing for a long time. So another game that I really want to see probably has to be Crisis 3. Why I'm excited about it is that it's going to go back to the sandbox style of Crisis 1, and I downloaded Crisis 1 on console. If you didn't see, I made a full like, well, live gameplay footage of it, and it was pretty awesome. Like how there was like this big open environment, there's destructible environments, there were you could pull out your fist, it was sandbox style, it was pretty sweet gameplay, and all that. But what I'll admit that Crisis 2 did do better was, the aliens were a little better, and well, just some of the physics, but I guess this is due to the fact that Crisis 2 was released later. So anyway, what I want to see is that how they're going to use this new sandbox style gameplay, because and it's also going to be a pretty cool environment because according to the story, it's like 20 years after, like 20 or 30 years after Crisis 2, and you're basically like playing as like a 50-year-old Alcatraz, who's basically calling himself Prophet because in the end of the last game he's basically decided to take over Prophet's role and continue his legacy, and basically what has happened is that Giselle has taken over New York City and has pretty much trapped the city inside a big nano dome that can't be broken down, so they can grab some of the steps technology to use for world domination. And well, Alcatraz, or Prophet as he's calling himself now, is set out to stop them, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Like we have New York and like some nature, like the two themes from Crisis 1 and Crisis 2 respectively, that are gonna be combined. It's gonna look pretty sweet. I mean, like traveling across New York City that's filled with rivers and trees. It's unique. It's gonna be awesome, and I think they're gonna use a modified version of CryEngine 3 to make it, or they're gonna use CryEngine 4 or something. Anyway, the next game that I wanted to be seen demonstrated at E3 is Borderlands 2. I have Borderlands 1 on my Mac, and it's a pretty awesome RPG and whatnot. Like, it's more of a first-person shooter that's open world with RPG elements rather than RPG. While actually, come to think of it, I believe it's a full RPG, just that it plays like a first-person shooter a bit. So anyway, I want to see this pretty cool new environment. I want to see the hilarious new characters. I don't know if I want to get Borderlands 2 or not, though. It looks pretty cool from what I can tell, but I keep thinking that if I have Borderlands 1, it's pretty much going to be enough. And another game that I want to see demonstrated at E3 is Assassin's Creed 3. Well, you see, we're finally stepping away from Ezio Auditore, and we're moving on to a new assassin named Connor, and we're also stepping away from Italy in the process. We're going to the American Revolution, and why I'm excited about it is that, well, I've also kind of studied the American Revolution in history class, and well, it's just going to be pretty nice to see the American Revolution, because since I learned about it, I can probably pinpoint some real historical things that happened. And hey, we're gonna see George Washington as an assassin or something. That's gonna be pretty sweet. And I also like the fact that they finally decided to change because as we all know, Brotherhood and Revelation still focused on SEO, and it was basically Assassin's Creed 2.5 and 2.75. So this is going to be a full new, fresh thing. So another game I also want to see is Medal of Honor Warfighter. What I like about it, the Medal of Honor series, is that it uses real life missions, so that people can relate to it, and based on the words of some people who gave the game customer reviews and stuff, they say the story was really good. I don't really know about that though. Military shooters don't really have good stories. Well, sometimes they do, but I'm gonna give Medal of Honor Warfighter a shot, see its story and campaign. And I also want to see the multiplayer. I want to see that. I want to see, like, if it's really the Battlefield Call of Duty combination that everyone calls it to be, and yeah, basically that. And I think I also want to check out BioShock Infinite, because well, BioShock 1 basically swept everyone away in 2007, and it was a pretty good game in my opinion. I've watched some people play it. I had a small crack at it. I wasn't really good, but hey, to be fair, I was on a hard difficulty or something. And well, this time it's moving away from the underwater settings of the first two games, and BioShock Infinite is going to be set in the sky, which is, I think, is cool. I think it's pretty nice for games to take a change of environment while still employing some familiar gameplay aspects. And it's also not called BioShock 3. I guess that maybe that this could just be like a spin-off game, and that the main series focuses underwater. So I guess that's when we're gonna see Bioshock 3. And well, yes, for sure. I believe that's it. These are all the games that I want to see demonstrated at E3 2012. I think that I want to see like the Skyrim DLC. This is not a game; it's just a DLC where it's set. Like it's not set anywhere new, but I think it's gonna employ mechanics of turning into a vampire, and there's gonna be a whole new campaign and story and stuff like that. And I haven't gotten any Skyrim DLC yet, but I'll see the trailer for this one or gameplay for this one. There's already been a trailer, and I'll decide on whether or not I want to get that add-on. And for sure, this is it for real this time. No DLC. I want to see no more games. I want to see. Once all these games have demonstrated their gameplay footage, I want to see a demo of the games, or at least a multiplayer beta, if they're going to show off the multiplayer game. Because, well, once you show off the trailer, it's going to look cool and all, but you want to see how the game plays, and that's kind of the purpose of a demo or beta, to dictate on whether or not you want to end up buying the game. So yeah, it's a pretty good strategy for developers, because people can comment on the things they didn't like in the demo or beta, and the developers can end up fixing those aspects when they release the full game, and well, it'll get higher ratings and whatnot. So yeah, these are just my thoughts on what I want to see at the next E3. See you guys.